Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful weekend. I know I did. Got to spend all day today with my sweetheart, which was absolutely awesome, 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 awesome. We've got a bathroom project across the hall here that we're going to knock out here in the next 7 days. Got a lot of little stuff. Got to get some touch-up stuff. Got to get some paint done. Got to get the vanity in. We're actually taking an old dresser and putting it in, turn that into a vanity, putting some sink stuff in that. Very, very cool. So get excited about that. We've got our event, our virtual event for our company is this coming up weekend. So looking forward to plugging into that. Very, very excited. Coming off an absolutely awesome. Thanks, Kendra. Absolutely awesome month, which is just very cool. Excited about that. Just jazzed up. So September. So first of all, big announcement. So we're starting Tuesday. That's TRE. So we'll put this in starting Tuesday. Right here on this bat channel, we're doing 200. Let's see, how do we write it? 200 a day prospecting blitz, BLITZ, through the 15th. So, yeah, I said it, and I'm going to post it right there. So it is there. Should have posted up. So starting Tuesday, September 1st, 15 days, 200 a day. I'm going to put the post up, and every single day we're going to talk about numbers. It's all going to be prospecting. So 15 days of prospecting. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. I invite you to go out and bring your teammates on, because it's going to be a blast. And we're going to work through every single day. You may have to adjust your DMO a little bit. We're going to do some adjustments. I know I'm going to do some adjustments on my end a little bit. For example, my Mondays are cray on the regular JOB, so I'm going to have to get up a little bit earlier, maybe stay up a little bit later to get the numbers in, but it's all going to be that. So what I'm going to do tonight is we're going to prep for that. I'm going to go through where to fish, where to find people, where do you look for people, how do you find people. So we'll make sure that we're ready for Tuesday so we can get in a little bit of practice before now and then, because we want to make sure that we have an effective 15 days. And trust me, this is big. If you're going to play, this isn't about, oh, I only did 80 today, I'm gonna quit. No, once you're playing to the end. And the whole goal is you might not get 200 a day. You might get 80 a day, you might get 130 a day, you might get 200 one day, 250 the next day, and 30 the next day. But the point is, you got to show up every day and keep fishing, right? You got to show up every day. The reason being is because on September 16th, there's going to be some follow-up that's going to start to happen in there. And we're going to make sure that you've got a follow-up, some kind of follow-up system in place. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow as well, to make sure we've got all that. So we're going to need to know where to fish, and we're going to need to know how to follow up with those fish so we can fillet them and get some really good eating out of them, right? So it's going to be fun. But before I do that, if anybody, if you're watching, can you tag? Kendra's already on here, so she's good. Can you tag Glow, Mariela Quintanilla, and let's see, that's Glow Rosales, Mariela Quintanilla, and Carrie Falk. Kendra, I think you know her. If you can tag them, like right now, just somebody can do that for me. I'd really appreciate it. The reason being is because a week ago Sunday, I launched a contest. It was a book giveaway contest. I actually went in and did the contest and forgot to tell the winners. It's been a week like that, and that's okay. And I realized, like, wait a minute, I didn't tell anybody they won. So all the names I just threw out there, including Kendra. So Kendra, Glow, Mariela Quintanilla, and Carrie Falk have all won a book. So here's the deal. And this is, and I'm going to wait till everybody else gets on here, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the book winners. But if I mention your name, Mariela Quintanilla, Kendra, Glow, Rosales, and Carrie Falk, I'll need you to send me, don't post it here, but send me a private message, because I'm going to need your email address so I can Amazon you these books. And there's actually 2 books, right? So I'm giving away 2 books to everybody I just mentioned. One is Think and Grow Rich, and the other one is Slaying the Dragon by Michael Johnson. Now, if you have Think and Grow Rich already, here's what you can do is you can pick somebody else to give that book to, and I'll email it to them. So you've got 4 winners, Kendra, Mariella, Carrie, and Glow. So you guys have all won 2 books, Think and Grow Rich, or not Think and Grow, yeah, Think and Grow Rich, and Slaying the Dragon by Michael Johnson. I'll Amazon you the books, but I need you to email me. Now, if you want somebody else, if you already have one of those books, most likely you don't have the Slaying the Dragon, you probably have Think and Grow Rich. If you already have that book and you'd like to give it to somebody else, in the message, just let me know who that other person is. Make sure you tell them that you're getting them a book, and I'll email it to them through Amazon. So very, very cool. And that's cool. Yeah, Kendra, just tag her, or send her a private message. You can tag her if you want to tag her in this post. That's cool, and say congratulations on one. Then send her a message and let me know. And then just tell her I need her email address so I can get her those 2 books. So that's very, very cool. That's 2 for 2. And I love doing that. I'm giving away like books. I was only going to give away 1 book to 1 winner, but now I'm giving 2 books away for 4 winners. So very, very neat opportunity there. So very, very cool. Slaying the Dragon by Michael Johnson, very, very cool book. And of course, if you don't have Think and Grow Rich, highly recommend you get that. Hey, Tamara, thanks for swinging by. Really appreciate that. So here's the skinny on where to fish. So for those, if you missed, starting September 1st, we're doing a 200 a day prospecting blitz challenge. It's going to be right here on this page. It's going to be right here. For those of you that are actually in the group, we've got a private group over there, but everybody here, we're going to have an accountability, and every single day I'm going to go live. I'm going to talk about where we're at. We're going to talk about results. We're going to talk about fishing. We're going to talk about follow-up. We're going to do that for 15 days straight. I may do a live in the middle because I've got, like I said, I've got an event coming up, so I'm going to do some recap on that. But primarily for 15 days, we're going to talk about fishing and numbers. And every single day, if you're going to play, starting on Tuesday, we're going to start here Tuesday, 7:15. I'm going live at 7:15 Central Standard Time. 7:15 Central Standard Time. We're going to go here. If you're going to play, you need to jump in and come and play. It's going to be a lot. Thanks, Kendra. Really appreciate that. So again, if somebody can take Glow Rosales here in the live, can take Glow, and who else did I say? Kendra, you're here. Glow. Oh, and Mariella Quintanilla. If you guys can tag her, that would be just really, really awesome. So yeah, the prospecting blitz is going to be cool. So it's going to be awesome, off the chain. I'm totally excited about it. So where to fish? So we're gonna back into this. Before we start fishing, we need to make sure that we are ready to go. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm out here in St. Louis. I love helping people succeed online. I love helping people make money online. I love helping people overcome challenges. I just love that stuff. And I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make a huge impact, and create some legacy. So let's get started. 7 in the morning or night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, evening time, Tuesday. It's when it's starting. It's going to be fun. You can bring your teammates if you want to. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. And here's what we're going to do it. And you guys will be able to have the watch parties into your lives as well. And the cool thing about this is it'll create a momentum, and people are going to say, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're going to be some very generic training, prospecting training. It's going to be right here for 15 days straight. It's going to be a blast. It'll be very vanilla. In other words, people are going to say, what are you doing? What's this about? And guess what? You'll be able to get them off on a side conference and say, hey, we're doing this. Don't know if you're open to take a look at an opportunity, see what we're doing. But here's why we're doing it. Here's what's going on. You'll have an opportunity to hopefully maybe grab a couple of new prospects that you can put into your pipeline. So let's do this. So starting on, I've had a cup of coffee, but I want another one for some reason. So starting, first of all, you have to have a way to follow up. And how you follow up is totally up to you. But you have to have a system in place. I know some of the people in my accountability group, they use index cards. Power to you. Not me. I'm not an index card guy. I'm not a write it down in a book guy. Now let me take that back a little bit. Now I do track my daily numbers. I'm sort of weird. I've actually got a Google Doc spreadsheet that I put my daily numbers on, and then I've got my journal that I put my daily numbers on. Hey Heidi, thanks for swinging by. So I've got it's like a redundant system. That's just my results for the day. How many people I reached out to, how many people I followed up with, how many people said no, how many customers I got, how many people said yes, how many presentations I sent. I put that in my daily journal, right? I track that, and I also have another system in my journal is where I'm prospecting people at. So if I reached out to say 50 people on LinkedIn, I put 50. If I reached out to 100, 270 people on Facebook, I put that, and I track that daily. That's in my journal, and then I do some other things in journals, like if there's a special training that Ray's doing, I'll put notes in there and I put the date. That's how I use my journal. Now for big prospecting, the numbers just I can't write them down. I won't keep track. Yeah, if they weren't, I look at the cards if they were $100 bills. That's if you can do the index card stuff, I'm just more power to you. I can't imagine how my desk would look if I had like index cards everywhere. It would be bad news. So I use a Google Doc spreadsheet, and if you'd like that Google Doc spreadsheet, let me know. If you don't have it already, I'll need you to send me a private message. I need a Gmail address, and I'll actually copy you on mine. It's got all the formulas built in. It's even got a little training video in there on how to use it. Please, if you're going to request it, please use it. Please watch the video, go in and fill it in. It's very easy. Once you put somebody's name in there, you put the date in, you put their name, you put their link, and I'm gonna explain this to you so you get the pride of putting their social media link in there. There's a drop down where you found them on Facebook or LinkedIn. There's an area for your tool, what tool you sent them. You can name that whatever you want. I don't know. I've got different tools I send different people depending on what information they requested and how the conversation went. And then you put the first date in there would be the follow-up date, and it automatically fills in the rest of the days. It follows as a 4-day. I've got an actual 10-day on mine. And it goes through the days, and you can go in and adjust those. You can look at the formula in the video training that I do. All you've got to do is just change the number at the end, and it will change the dates sequentially across the board. So totally up to you and how you use that. Yes, Google Docs is a spreadsheet. It's called Google Sheets. Actually, it's Google Sheets as part of the Google Drive deal. It's a spreadsheet system that's very neat. It works just like Excel. If you have Excel, you can actually copy Excel and put it in the Google Docs, and they work together. They use similar formulas. So that's how I operate. That's how I keep track. And the cool thing about my Google Docs is I have one that tracks each month. So I run everybody for this month, and then for people I'm moving in next month, I create a tab for September. So I'm gonna have a September tab, and I'm gonna put everybody on September. Now, even though they run concurrently, that's just the way my brain is. You don't have to do that. You can put everybody on one long spreadsheet with the dates. I just like to be able to go back and forth. So my August tab, I can open up August, and it's sort of like your index cards. I'll open up August. I can go through and say, okay, I reached out to this many people in August. I sent this many tools, and I can go through. And the cool thing about the Google Doc spreadsheet is, say for example, tomorrow's August 31st. I can go into my Google Sheets. I can hit Control F for find. It opens up a find window. I type in 8-31-2020, and everybody that's scheduled for a follow-up on the 31st of August, it's going to tell me there's, however many, 21, 25, 53, 75, whatever. And those could be 1 days, those could be 4 days, those could be 10 days, those could be 30 days, those could be 6 days, it could be 90 days. It's going to highlight. And I'm going to go through each one. I'm going to start at the top one, right? I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to work like this. Doesn't have anything to do with fishing yet, but we need to make sure we have our tackle box ready, right? And I'm going to go through, and each one that I follow up with, I'm going to look to see where they're at. And I'm going to right click and open their social media link, because I pasted their social media link in the Google Docs spreadsheet. So I open. They're all open in my tabs. Now all I've got to do is follow up with them. I go in, I hit the messenger. I can see what message I sent them before, so I know what message I have. So if I'm on the 30-day that I sent prior to, I'm on the 45-day, I'm going to send the 45-day. I'm going to send the 60-day, whatever it is. I can look at the previous conversation real quick. I can do a quick follow-up, and I can hit send. I can hit send. I can hit send. And a lot of them are very similar. If I know that I have several of them, they're 30 days, I just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. It may change the name a little bit, personalize a little bit. But that's how you can do follow-up really quickly using Google Docs spreadsheet, because if I had to write it down, I have to go search for them, find up their name. I may have spelled it wrong. I couldn't find them, whatever. But if their link is there, now LinkedIn is cool. because if it's a LinkedIn profile, the LinkedIn pops up. So I may have like 5 Facebook profiles, 5 LinkedIn, and it opens up all their profiles. I can go right in and I can message. It makes things go a little bit quicker. So that's how I do follow up. If you want that, shoot me a private message. I'll need a Gmail address. I'll get that Google Doc sheet. And again, there's a link that I share in there with you too as well that goes through the training to show you how to use it, everything I just talked about, right? So let's get back to phishing. So where do you fish? Where do you find these people to put on the Google Doc spreadsheet? It is very, very important. Now, if you're brand new and you're brand new to this, everything I'm saying to you is going to just like freak you out. So here's your brand new prospecting training. Pick out 45 minutes or more in your day, and you can split it up however you want to, but I would recommend 45 straight minutes to where you can sit down at a computer with complete 0 interruptions, use the prospecting script that you can send to people, go somewhere. In the inner circle, I know there's a couple of trainings. One, I did a training on how to prospecting live on LinkedIn. I know Miss Kaylee did a training on how to prospect on Facebook pages. You're going to find some people. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But if you're brand new, you're going to pick out 45 minutes, not a number, but 45 minutes of time that you're going to prospect. You're going to have that prospecting script. You're going to find your people, and we're going to talk about where to find them here in just a minute. You're going to find your people, and then you're going to go inbox, 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 inbox. You're going to personalize a little bit. You can put their name in there, maybe their city a little bit. You'll personalize a little bit. You're going to send message for 45 straight minutes. You don't do anything else. You don't answer the phone. You don't pass go. You don't collect $200. You don't go to the bathroom. You don't drink coffee. So everything you do, you need to just block everything out. Wrap the kids in Velcro, stick them in the attic, find a quiet place. If somebody responds back to you while you're prospecting, you let them sit in the inbox. They're not going anywhere. You just let them, because you want to get back to them. No, just let them sit there. They're going to be okay. Just let them wait. I know it's going to drive you crazy. Like, well, what if I don't respond back right quick? What's going to happen? They'll be okay. They'll be okay, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to stop prospecting. You're going to respond back to them, and then they're going to go ghost on you. And you're going to be sitting there like, how come they're not responding back? Meanwhile, your clock's ticking. The whole point of this exercise, if you're brand new, is you need to know how many people that you can reach out to, and you'll get fasterific. Yeah, I said fasterific. You'll get a lot better as you go through that process, the number of people you reach out. So 15 days when we're doing the Prospecting Blitz Challenge, it's from September 1st through September 15th, you'll get faster. You'll realize like, hey man, I got to knock these out. So you'll have that system in place. You'll know how to do it. You'll work through it. You'll fly through it. So very, very important. You're brand new, 45 minutes, no interruptions. Don't do any follow-ups. At the end, if you did get some people that replied back to you, then of course you go and you send them a follow-up message, and you said you go through the follow-up part about asking them, sending them the video link, sending them the information, putting them on your spreadsheet, and going to that. I'm not going to train on that tonight. We're going to talk about phishing now. So in your phishing, where do you find people? It's very, very important. So brand new people, that's your homework. That's it. This is a little bit more advanced where you're going to find people. If you're brand new, it's like, where do you find people? I don't prospect in Facebook groups. Don't think it's cool. Not my deal. If I'm going to and if I was me and I was prospecting in a Facebook group, no one in the Facebook group would ever know that I knew them from the Facebook group. I wouldn't mention it. I wouldn't bring it up. If they happen to say like, hey, you're in so-and-so group, I'm like, oh, okay, we are. I didn't know that. I'm going to make sure they don't know that I'm in the group. That's just me. I just don't prospect in Facebook groups. Now, LinkedIn groups, whole nother story, different story. Facebook pages, open season. So here's how you find people. One is you have to know exactly who your target audience is. You have to know who your target audience is. If you sell shoes, it's a pretty good idea to sell them to people with feet, to prospect people with feet. If you get my analogy there, right? If you sell glasses, it's probably a pretty good idea, if you sell readers, to target people who need reading glasses, right? So when you're looking for prospects, you're looking for these groups, you're looking for these pages, you're looking for where people live, you're looking for that ideal prospect, you need to know who they are. If you don't know where they live, you don't know where to fish. And when I say where they live, I'm talking about where they live in terms of online and social media. Where do they hang out? What do they read? What do they look like? What would they, what kind of magazines would they read, right? If you're prospecting somebody that's into health and fitness, if you're going after people that are looking to lose weight, Jenny Craig, it might be a good Facebook page to target them at, right? You go to Jenny Craig on Facebook, because I bet you they have a page, and you go find a post that has a bunch of Jenny Craig comments on it, roughly, and I'd look for posts that have at least 100 or more comments or likes. And you can look at the likes, and you can do this two ways. If there's shares and likes, either way you can do it, shares and likes. So if it's got at least 100 likes or it's got like 100 shares, you can click on the shares tab. It's going to open up everybody that shared that. You see the fish swimming around now, right? You're catching it. So you went to Jenny Craig's page. You found a post that has a bunch of comments or a bunch of likes and shares. You open up all the shares, and you got your prospecting message ready to go. And you're going to open up their tabs. This is what Kaylee teaches. You're going to open up the tab, open up the tab, open up the tab, open up the tab. Now, if they don't have a personal profile image, skip them. If they're a business page, skip them. Right? Open up and go through and scroll through. And what I like to do is, as I open it up, I hit a like on it so that I know that that I've followed up with them, so it makes sense. So you're going to have all of those tabs open right there. You're ready to go fishing. You're going to take your message and you're going to put it in the inbox, 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 put it in the inbox. And when you're all done messaging them, part two is to go back through and look at their profile real quick and see if there's if their profile allows you to comment on posts. If they don't, go back to the original post that's on the Jenny Craig page, find them, and they're most likely the one at the bottom. Find them, say, hey, looks like you're a fan of Jenny Craig too. P.S. I just sent you, check your inbox, I just sent you a message. Right? If you're on their personal timeline, you go to their timeline and you see a post that you like, you're going, hey, really cool kitten, hey, really cool baby, hey, really cool bicycle, whatever, awesome. Hey, P.S., by the way, check your inbox, I sent you a message. That way you're sending them to the inbox because they're a cold prospect. Do not send a friend request to these people. No, don't do it. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Don't send a friend request to these people. No, 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 no. That's creepy. Don't do it, right? Just put the message in their inbox and move on, because you're doing this a lot. You're on the Jenny Craig. Now you can go to the like side, the likes, the loves, and the hearts. So when you click on those, it's going to have like the likes, the hearts. If there's any haters on there, you probably want to pass on them. And what is the other one? There's three of them, and you can pick out whichever column you want to. And again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to look at them. You're going to look, the ones that don't have profile pictures, you're going to pass. If they're a business page, you pass. Open up tab, 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 open up tab. Send message, send message, send message, send message. Go to their profile. If their profile allows you to comment, great. Make a comment on it. A really cool kitten, dog, kid, baby, bicycle, whatever. Hey, P.S. I sent you a message to your inbox, and move on. If you can't comment on their profile, you go back to the page where they're at. You're not going to probably be able to comment on their like, so you're just going to skip and close and move on. And the whole goal of this is just to move fast, because the cool thing about that, I sent some people messages in February maybe that replied back to me and said, what is this about? Yes, yes, yes. That's how you start to fish. And when you do this a lot, if you're doing 10, and this is going to freak some people out. If you're doing 10 a day, congratulations. It's going to take you a long, and this, we're talking cold prospecting, we're not talking about warm market. Cold prospecting, it's going to take you forever to get those people from February to respond back to you. If you're doing 100 a day, you have a better chance. I'm going to leave that right there, because you're putting more messages in people's inboxes. You're going to get a lot more people responding back. Now, very, very important that before you go out fishing, that you have some fun on Facebook, so that Facebook knows that you're a real person, that you're not a spam bot. You need to go find some of your friends, send them some happy birthdays. And I would do this at least to a number of 30 before you start prospecting. You need to go knock on 30 of your friends' doors and say, hey, what's up? How's it going? Great post. It's been a while. You can send them private messages. I would send them private messages, comment on their stories. It's called a 10, 10, and 10. And do that so you're racking up at least 30 interactions primarily, and you definitely want to do some kind of marketing, some kind of Facebook Live. Facebook needs to know that you're a real person before you go knocking on all these people's doors, because they will just kick you and put you. I've never been put in Facebook jail, ever. Like, never put in Facebook jail. LinkedIn, exactly the same way. LinkedIn, we're going to jump over to LinkedIn. Where do you find people on LinkedIn? LinkedIn is like, hi, my name is so-and-so. This is my entire resume. I'm looking for an opportunity. That's LinkedIn. If you're not seeing that on LinkedIn, you're missing the boat, right? If you're not seeing that on LinkedIn. Now, is everybody going to say yes to your opportunity? I get so many LinkedIn prospecting messages. It's stupid. Guess where I get the majority of my customers from? So when they send me a recruiting, and it doesn't matter what it is, I get messages for learning how to prospect, learning how to enroll more people, learning how to use CRMs, follow up. I don't care what it is. But guess what? Hey, so-and-so, in appreciation for you reaching out to me and your consideration and looking out for me, I was wondering if you might be open to taking a look at my product lineup to see if it might be a fit for you or your family. Hello, fishing. It's like the fish jumped in your freaking boat when somebody on LinkedIn reaches out to you and you're not counterpunching. Now, if you're counterpunching with a business opportunity, I'm not into that. That's creepy. But if you're counterpunching with a product opportunity, hey, really appreciate you reaching out. Thanks for thinking about me. I don't currently need a XYZ PD. And I don't know, you may or may not, but take a look at something cool. Matter of fact, I bumped into somebody that was doing Instagram training that I thought was really fire. So I jumped on that. Very, very cool. Fish jumping in the boat. So when they reach out to me, when they're trying to recruit me for one of their deals or trying to sell me one of their deals, I couldn't tell you how many people are selling some type of contact management system, right? Some of them make no sense to me. It's not a right brain, left brain thing. I don't know what it is, but when they raise their hand, they've just put themselves in my boat. They just literally jumped in my boat and say, hey, thanks for thinking about me. Really appreciate you for doing that. And oh, by the way, customer pitch, right? That's how you get people on your boat. Hey, by the way, looks like if you're in the fitness, hey, by the way, you're probably a busy professional. And I know a lot of the busy professionals that I work with eat like crap, right? They don't have any kind of meal planning. Curious, do you meal plan at all? Do you eat healthy, or are you like a DoorDasher? Ask them that question. They're going to respond back to you like, man, I'm so busy, I don't ever get a chance to eat. Hey, curious. I help busy professionals like you eat healthier. Would you be open to taking a look at my product catalog to see if there might be something that might be a fit for you and or your family and your coworkers? If you are, I'll send you some information. If not, wish you the best in eating crappy. You don't have to say eating crappy. That's just my part. And just say wish you the best, right? Again, fish in your boat. But you've got to be ready for that. You've got to be ready. You've got to be able to think on your feet. Like, how do I have a normal conversation with somebody standing in the Starbucks line? They just happen to be on LinkedIn, right? Think about that. Take them get off the social media and bring them into your living room. Bring them in front of you and have a normal conversation, right? Have a normal conversation with them. They're out there. Busy professionals. If you're in health and wellness, I'm a busy professional. I DoorDash the heck out of stuff all the time. Somebody's bringing some kind of food to my desk because I don't want to stop my production day, get in my car and drive somewhere and eat. Now, I probably need to go grocery shopping and do some meal planning and get a menu and take my lunch to work. I don't do that either. And it's one of these days when I figure out that's something I want to do, maybe I'll sit down and do it. But at least you have an opportunity. I have my shakes downstairs, so in the morning I can get up and I can make myself a shake in my blender. I can put all my stuff in there, my frozen strawberries and blueberries and all that stuff, and I'll make myself a power shake in the morning. At least I'm sort of getting something healthy, and I take my vitamins and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sort of healthy, right? But I still eat crappy because I'm a busy professional. So if you can figure out where those people live, what are they doing? What are you thinking? If you can put yourself into their world, right? If you can put yourself in the world, recruiters, what do recruiters do, right? Recruiters reach out to people looking for opportunities. So if you're in the medical field, there's probably medical recruiters that are looking for people like you. So you go out and you find a bunch of recruiters that recruit in the medical field, and you connect with them. And when you connect with them, you say, hey, looks like you're a busy recruiter, busy professional, and we're talking about fishing. You can do the opportunity, or you can do the customer. And the reason I'm doing this tonight is because a bunch of my accountability partners ask me where I get my customers from. So you can go either way. For me, customers, I'm really good at it. So that's the easy way. Now, depending on where it goes, I go on with the business opportunity side of it first. Say, hey, I work with busy professionals. I help them earn a little bit of extra passive income on the side as a side hustle that doesn't interfere with what they're currently doing with a full-time gig. I'm curious if you might be open to taking a look at earning some extra income on the side. If not, no worries, no big deal. Let me know either way. Of course, I sign it and I'm out. And if they reply back with not interested, say, hey, great, absolutely cool, not a problem at all. Hey, in appreciation, it comes a product pitch. Curious if you might be able to take a look at my product opportunity, and I go into that side, right? So either way, and I've had guys, especially professional salespeople, like, dude, you're a sales bomb, because they know that I'm not going to let them off the hook just like, okay. It's posturing. People love professionals. People love salespeople that are professionals. They love it, right? You can call yourself a sheriff's person, a salespeople, whatever, but people love the fact that you're following up and you're being professional. And say, hey, great, really appreciate it. If you know anybody that wants to XYZ PDQ, lose weight, get healthy, appreciate a referral, ask for referrals and move on. They love that stuff. I've had people say, hey, would you be open to looking at coming to work and like a job, come to work for me? I'm like, nah, I'm good. So when you're fishing, you need to know where your people live, right? And you need to understand who they are. So if you're a health and fitness person and you're selling weight loss, you probably don't want to go, and you probably want to go if you're selling health and wellness and nutrition products, you probably want to look for people that eat crappy, right? Where are those people? They're everywhere. Maybe even go on the DoorDash page or something and find out people who have commented on DoorDash, because if their customers commenting on the DoorDash page, they're probably eating crappy. Just throwing that out there. Might be a good place to fish. So you really just got to step back. Where do my people live? Where would they hang out? Where would I find them? And who are they? Right? Who are my clients? Who are my prospects? What are they doing? Where do they live? What do they like to do? One of my favorite places for me to fish are people that like to take bicycling adventures. They like to get out and take bicycling adventures. One is I'm a cyclist. I can talk the language and I love it. So I'll go target those people, right? I'll go after them. If you haven't guessed on my timeline, you'll see I'm a sort of an Avengers fan. I can go talk to people that like Avengers or like Iron Man or whatever. So that's talking about your list of 5 people that Coach Elsa talks about. So very, very important there. So hopefully you've got a ton of value from tonight. If you'd like to Google Doc spreadsheet, shoot me a private message. I'll need your Gmail address. Again, congratulations, Glow. I'll send you a message. Mariella, I'll let you know as well. And the reason Mariella won is because Glow tagged her in the contest, and the same thing with the lady that Kendra tagged. That's why she won as well. So I love the opportunity. Glad. I know you guys are going to enjoy the book. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'm looking so forward to September 1st getting here. It's going to be a big, big deal. Go out and make a huge impact on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators. Peace out. Have a happy Sunday. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.